2023 Mercedes-Benz EQS sedan changes. What's the difference versus the 2022 EQS sedan? The most significant change for the US model is the addition of the EQS 454 Matic model. This base-level dual-motor AWD variant benefits from 355 horsepower and 590 pounds-to-foot in a 340-mile EPA range estimate. Other than that, there are minor changes, such as the addition of optional 20-inch AMG 5-spoke wheels, and an improved rear seat cushion, and upholstered pillows on the Pinnacle sub-trim. Pros: impressive range estimates compared to German rivals, no lack of power and performance, technologically advanced testbed. Cons: range and performance fall short of class leaders, confuses technology for luxury with mixed results, unresolved ride and handling dynamics. High levels of digitalization based on a new modular electric architecture that also underpins the EQS SUV and smaller EK sedan and SUV. The EQS is available in 3 variants for 2023, from 450 Plus to 584 Matic, with a 454 Matic middle child in between. We review the Mercedes-AMG EQS separately for those seeking electric performance. In standard form, outputs range from 329 horsepower in single-motor RWD form to 516 horsepower in range-topping dual-motor guise, with as much as 631 pounds-to-foot of torque on offer. 2023 Mercedes EQS sedan handling and driving impressions. Anyone who knows about cars will tell you that the Mercedes-Benz S-Class is one of the smoothest and most refined cars on the road, period. That's why it's perhaps disappointing that a car labeled by Mercedes as the S-Class of EVs has such an unresolved suspension setup. The self-leveling multi-link air suspension at each corner could easily isolate you from the road, but seems overcome by its weight, resulting in a bouncy ride quality and an unnerving feeling under braking and sudden direction changes. Its brakes also lack feel and showcase just how heavy the EQS is. Simply put, others in the segment do it better. Not without its redeeming traits. The EQS sedan features rear axle steering, which can operate up to 10 degrees, reducing its turning circle in tight spots. The sole RWD option is the EQS 450 Plus with 329 horsepower and 417 pounds-to-foot, capable of 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, while the range-topping EQS 584 Matic has 2 motors, all-wheel drive, 516 horsepower, and 631 pounds-to-foot, resulting in a 60-mile-per-hour dash of 4.1 seconds. The new EQS 454 Matic splits the difference at 5.3 and is perhaps the sweet spot with 355 horsepower and 590 pounds-to-foot. The S-Class was once an automotive benchmark of excellence that others followed, and the EQS should have been the same. On paper, one can argue it lives up to this promise, with a hyperscreen dashboard, advanced rear axle steering, and a plethora of other tech. But the reality is that the EQS sedan is a follower rather than a leader, doing nothing that can be described as class-leading. It doesn't chase big numbers or massive performance, which is perfectly fine, but it isn't the final word in space and packaging either, lacking the frunk of its rivals, and not maintaining the cavernous backseat of the S-Class. The 56-inch hyperscreen, while glitzy, is a magnet for fingerprints and glare and confuses technology for luxury. The two are not the same. But where the EQS loses out most is in the way it drives, with odd brake feel and suspension that lacks Mercedes' usual composure. It's by no means a bad car, but in a segment where we expect the best or nothing from Mercedes, this isn't the former.